This isn't really a story of mine, but I heard it since I was a child, and ever since then I was kind of scared about hospitals. There was an inspector who inspects every room of the hospital, just to see if any visitors are still there. It was 1 a.m., and the hospital was 5 stories high. The man was currently on the 3rd floor. The man walked past the mortuary room. You know, the room where dead bodies are kept until they are buried or cremated. Anyway, the man walked past the mortuary room. Then, suddenly, he heard something that sounded like a rusty metal door was being pulled on the floor. Of course, as his job was to check the rooms, he quickly turned the knob and checked the inside. He flashed his flashlight in every corner, and he saw an open box where a body should be. He walked toward it to check on it, and there was no body inside, and no person inside the room with him. He thought it was his imagination and maybe someone had left it open. He shoved it back in and headed out. He headed straight for the elevator and pressed the 1st floor button. When the door was closing, he heard something. "Hey, wait! I need to get on too!" It was a girl wearing a hospital gown. She had a cute face and long hair. The man was confused because it was past midnight, but still opened the door for her. "Thanks," the little girl said. The man smiled back. Then the girl pressed for the 2nd floor. The man asked why she was up this late. The girl said because she just wanted to grab her stuff from her friend's room since she forgot it earlier while visiting. But before the man said anything, the elevator suddenly went up instead of going down, going up to the 4th floor. The man pressed for the 1st floor again, and thankfully it went down. But the door opened at the 3rd floor. The man heard something in the distance. It was a man running towards the elevator at full speed. The man quickly pressed aggressively on the elevator, commanding it to close the doors. The man was only 6 feet away before the door closed. The man sighed and leaned his back on the wall. The girl was confused and said, "Why didn't you let him in?" The man answered, still covered in sweat, "Because that man had a red tag on his wrist. Those things are only meant for the ones who are dead already." The little girl's eyes widened and smiled. The man was shocked when the little girl slowly pulled her sleeves up to her elbow, revealing a red tag on her wrist, and said, "Like this one?" That's the end of the story. And to this day, it still haunts me, just remembering that.